Story: New Life in United States. Chapter 1: The Departure. Sarah stood at the bustling airport, her heart pounding with anticipation. She clutched her passport tightly, double-checking her ticket. This was it, the day she had been waiting for. The day she would leave her familiar world behind and embark on a new adventure in the United States. As she approached the departure gate, Sarah couldn't help but glance back at her tearful parents waving goodbye. They had always been her biggest supporters, but they understood that she needed to chase her dreams. With a determined smile, she turned away and took her first step toward the boarding area. The airport was a whirlwind of activity, with people from all walks of life rushing around. Sarah found her seat on the plane, her excitement mingling with a touch of nervousness. The flight attendants went through the safety procedures, and soon the aircraft taxied down the runway. As the plane soared into the sky, Sarah peered out the window, watching as her homeland grew smaller and smaller. She was leaving her comfort zone, but she knew that great things awaited her on the other side of the world. With each passing mile, Sarah's anticipation grew. She imagined the American cities she had seen in movies and read about in books. She pictured the iconic landmarks and the diverse cultures she would encounter. She knew that this journey would change her life forever. As the plane cruised through the clouds, Sarah closed her eyes and whispered a silent prayer for a smooth journey and a successful new beginning. She knew that challenges would arise, but she was ready to face them head-on. The hours flew by, and soon the captain announced their descent into the United States. Sarah's heart raced as the plane descended, and she caught her first glimpse of the American landscape. The sight of the sprawling cities and the vastness of the country filled her with awe and wonder. As the plane touched down, Sarah felt a surge of excitement. This was it, the beginning of her new life in the United States. She gathered her belongings, took a deep breath, and stepped off the plane, ready to embrace the unknown and carve her path in this land of opportunity. Chapter 2: Arrival at Airport. Sarah stepped off the plane at John F. Kennedy International Airport, her eyes wide with excitement. The bustling airport was filled with people from all corners of the globe, each with their own stories and dreams. Sarah followed the signs and made her way to the immigration checkpoint. As she stood in line, she took in the diverse array of languages being spoken around her. The air hummed with anticipation and the promise of new beginnings. Finally, it was her turn to approach the immigration officer. With a nervous smile, Sarah handed over her passport and documents. The officer welcomed her with a friendly demeanor, asking about the purpose of her visit and how long she intended to stay in the United States. Sarah answered confidently, her voice filled with determination. After a few moments, the officer stamped her passport and returned it to her, along with a warm greeting. Sarah's heart swelled with joy. She had officially entered the United States. It was a small victory, but an important one on her journey to a new life. Navigating through the airport, Sarah retrieved her luggage and made her way to the arrivals hall. She scanned the crowd, searching for a familiar face. There, amidst the sea of people, she spotted her cousin Emily waving eagerly. They embraced tightly, both overjoyed to be reunited. Emily had been living in the United States for several years and had offered to help Sarah settle in. Together, they made their way to Emily's apartment, catching up on each other's lives and sharing stories along the way. As they arrived at the apartment, Sarah's excitement peaked. This was her home base, her starting point in this vast and unfamiliar country. Emily showed her around, pointing out the nearby grocery stores, restaurants, and places of interest. She assured Sarah that she would be there every step of the way to support her. Over a cup of tea, Sarah and Emily discussed their plans for the coming days. Sarah was eager to explore her new surroundings, find a job, and immerse herself in American culture. With Emily's guidance, she felt confident that she could navigate the challenges that lay ahead. As the sun set on Sarah's first day in the United States, she couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude and anticipation. She had made it. She had arrived in this land of opportunity, ready to embark on a new chapter filled with endless possibilities. And with her cousin by her side, she knew she wasn't alone in this exciting journey.